You are looking live at
The dub is 3, 2.
One for the money, two for the show. Three, get ready, four to let go. Talking that talk is all that we don't. It's football time, we ready to roll. We bringing the coaches close to the fans. Answering questions, not from the stands. D1 players with offers in hand. From DF Dubs, the best in the land. Hey, six be coming to play like eight. 5 be coming to play like 8. 4 and 3 be coming like 8. Private schools be making it 8. Cool in the gang, Bad and Brian doing our thing. Weird and Jeremy ready to swing. Oh, I forgot it's a card to thing. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat O'Teasy, Jeremy McGinnis, Whitfield Roderick, and Brian Riser.
Dallas Fort Worth.
What up, what up, what up? What's happening, fellas?
Going on?
What up, though?
Big B Riser, how you feeling? Somebody got some audio problems. What's going on, Coach Carr?
Man, what's going on, man? Oh, Coach Riser got that cricket in the net, huh?
Yeah, he
got
tripping.
to get it together, man. You doing all right, man? Good weekend this
Good.
weekend.
Brian, go out, come back in. What's up, Swaggy Wit, aka Rod? What's going on?
Man, what a wonderful weekend of football, man. I cannot wait to jump into it.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. It was a great weekend, man. We got a lot. I ain't gonna lie, we got a lot to talk about. We got a whole lot to cover. Man, it's we got a lot. So I'm starting off as we gonna do every Sunday. Is we're gonna start off on our player spotlights. We got some guys that we watch that we like, and we want to bring them on, give them a little shine. If that's okay with y'all.
Let's do it.
Our first guy is my man, Caleb Hickman. What's up, homie?
What's up?
Hey, man, we doing good, man. Oh, shoot, that's the wrong one. Can y'all see Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was looking for Brian. I was trying to add Brian back in. He messed up.
There I go.
There you go. Yeah, we got Mr. Caleb Hickman, man. My man from North Crowley, cornerback. He been showing out. If you don't know, I'm telling you, y'all might want to check him out. Check him out at North Crowley. They got one of the best defenses in the area that I've seen personally. And so I just want to let y'all know, number 4 is the real deal. Me and B Riser, we was out there at the game when they played Arlington. The Arlington got a very good team, and they got a nice quarterback, a real disciplined defense. I mean, honestly, me and Brian thought we were just gonna come in. We thought we were just gonna come in and be gone by third quarter, but that game ended up going all the way to the last play. So it was off the chain. So tell me, Kay, how did it feel, man, playing that game, man, and having to go all the way down to the last drive?
Man, that game was intense. It was really intense. It was a real back and forth. It was like a shootout a little bit. We just had to keep going. We couldn't fight each other. None of that. We just had to stick together and just finish out the game strong.
Already. Oh, anybody got a question for him? Be right.
Yeah, I do not.
Oh yeah, I got a question for you.
Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, it's me. Okay. I'm trying to see who's be a coach. Like you said, man, y'all 2-0. Y'all got a big game in the new stadium next week, man. What can we expect from you this week, man, against a good Lovejoy team?
You can expect everything you expect every week. I ain't letting no touchdowns, none of that. Play incomplete. No, I ain't letting nothing happen on my side. That's how it's gonna be every week since I play.
Okay.
Hey, man, for sure, man. I got a question before I pass it on to Coach Carr. How do it feel playing on a team like that, man? I mean, when you part of a such a dominant defense, man, because y'all got, I mean, you got the big time, the big name, the big time guy that going to Texas. You got the other famous guy by connections. You got all these fast big players, man. So how do you feel about it, and how do you fit in? How do you feel you fit in into that top defense like that?
Oh,
And
I
Will,
feel
you
like
next?
I fit in a lot. I mean, I love them. I be getting a little mad at them sometimes because like they be getting to the quarterback a little bit too much. I be trying to like give me some action, and they don't be letting me get no type of action. But I love having that. I love having them. I wouldn't rather have nobody else other than them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coach Carl, you got some questions for my man?
Yeah, man. Quick question, man. Describe the last play of the game, man. Right? Describe how we got to that fourth quarter, and what does it mean to you to be in that type of situation? And what did y'all talk about on the sideline before y'all went back out? What did you talk about with your teammates?
Man, we just said keep your eye discipline. Don't let nobody up. Don't let nobody go. Just stay on your man and keep them in bounds because we ain't want them to get no type of time or anything. They kicker was hurt, so we was good. We knew they weren't gonna kick no field goal, so they had to like take a little deep shot. So we just played a little kind of like type of prevent type of defense to try to stop that.
Now, I thought you guys played a real good game, man. And, it doesn't surprise me that defense won that game. The way you guys have been playing all year long, like I said, from the scrimmage up to now, you guys have consistently been getting better. You guys have been getting tested and stood up to it. What do you like most about Coach Baker? Like what about him makes you want to play?
He real intense and he real motivational. Like he make you want to go back out there. Like he just make you want to do everything. Like his speeches are real powerful, and they just really speak something to you.
So next question for you, my man. Who did you play Little League football for?
You say that again?
Who did you play Little League football for?
Oh, come on, Lines.
Okay, well, where are they at?
Como. Forward Texas.
All right. So the last question. Where you want to go to?
Really, wherever I get off from, to be honest.
Oh man. So you said are you not getting recruited yet? Really heavily yet, or you just getting interest?
Nah, not really, not yet. I'm getting that.
Oh, you definitely gonna get there. You definitely gonna get there.
Yeah, you gonna get up for sure.
Pat Beasley, I saw you coming in, man. How you doing, man?
What up, big homie? Big Pat.
Oh man. Look, I'm gonna let y'all handle it with the young man. You know I got some crow to eat in the next segment.
Yeah. Pat showing up if he can eat his crow. We gonna be like real men around here. We gonna say we wrong. So yeah, but right now I'm still right about North Crowley. So let me get on this correction train. You know what I'm saying?
I was right too. I picked him. I was right too.
Hey, what did I do? Because I didn't even keep up with it. What I end up doing?
We'll get to it. I don't even know if he calculated it all yet.
I hope he did.
Rod, you got anything for my man Caleb, man? Before I ask another question.
Yeah, man. My question is for you, just very simple. How it's gonna feel? How does it feel knowing you guys about to enter a new stadium Thursday night?
Man, it feels good. It feels real great. We'll be the first to play in that stadium. Great. I just can't wait to get in and just all out.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So I got a question for you, Caleb. Cause my man sent me the QB over at Arlington, man. I mean, I know I had talked to his dad before the game. He in the chat now. He keep telling me, Arlington should have won, but we can't give no credit for shoulda, coulda, woulda, cause if I would have picked the numbers, I probably wouldn't be sitting right here. I'd be rich somewhere. So, but now, man, I mean, he's a very good quarterback. I'm just playing with my man. What did you think of Arlington quarterback? Because I know y'all gave him a tough time, man. He was harassed all night, but he still managed to make some good plays, man. I'm just on your opinion. What did you think of him?
Really, that was a real good quarterback. For his size, he wasn't even really trying to run like that. He was trying to throw it. When he was throwing it, he was throwing like good passes or whatever. But these arms just getting to him. But he a good quarterback. He's a solid quarterback.
Yeah, I think I was impressed with Arlington. Even though they lost that game, I was really impressed. I think that Arlington and Arlington Martin game is going to be pretty good. But speaking of next game, man, before you get out of here, I need to know, have you looked at any Lovejoy film?
Of course.
What you think, man? Because they got a real prolific passing game. You know, they scored a lot of points, even though they took the L. Like, you know, that's going to be a big test for y'all defense, man. So in your opinion, what is it that you're looking at that you think y'all going to have to do?
We're going to be we're going to be more physical and just better identifying with the secondary. Secondary's got to be on it. We know that the box is going to lock all the rundown up. You got to get the passing game, which is locked up.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So now that's why I was wondering, they coming in, they've been rotating like 2 quarterbacks, 3 quarterbacks sometimes. They got a bunch of fast receivers. You know, they got one where I think he's going to LSU. Are you gonna take that as a challenge to where it's like, hey man, you know, this guy going to LSU, 4-star, let me go on and put some clamps on him. And you know, LSU gonna see me locking up their receivers. Is that the way you think when you're going out there when you facing them high star receivers like that?
Yeah, yes sir. Last year I played a Boston commit, and I had balled out. He had one catch against me like the whole game. And so I really just go in with confidence. You can't go in scared and just try to play it, because then you're gonna get to your head. You gotta go in with confidence, no matter who the person is, no matter how many offenses got anything. You gotta go in and play.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt about it, man. You got something you can say something with?
I was going to say, man, the thing too, man, about it, if you just look at it like this, if you showing up against the big-time players, they going to see you. You know what I'm saying? If you get enough, they going to find you. You feel what I'm saying? You're playing the game, you're playing with love, right, and keep enjoying it, having fun. Somebody going to pay for you to go to college. As a matter of fact, I'm going to send your auto. I'm going to send it to the principal.
Thank you.
I'm just telling you, when I offer kids, they grow up. Like I'm not open with you. Like I'm 100%. You know what I'm saying? I love football, but you're a baller. You baller, man. You got first. You man. Stay humble. And grab that. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, before we get out of here, man, you want to give a shout out? I know you got to give a shout out to moms, man. Cause if you don't, I'm gonna do it for you. So, go and give a shout out to whoever you need to give a shout out to, man. I really appreciate you hopping on. And hey, when you get that, you ain't got your first pick yet, have you?
Nah, not this year. I dropped one of them last game. I dropped one.
Hey, when you get that first pick, man, I'm gonna need you to come back and holler at us. You know that?
Yeah, we need you back on the show.
Hey, man. So, anybody you want to shout out before you get up out of here, brother?
I want to shout out my mom, my dad, you know, all my coaches for helping me, believing me, all my friends, my players, all of that. I want to thank them for helping me and believing in me.
Oh man, no doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, keep balling out, homie. We support you, man. We behind you, man. Anytime you want to holler at us, just hit me up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alright, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey, man, I like that kid, man. That's a great kid, man. I'm telling you. I'm surprised he's not being recruited yet. I'm telling you, he a dog, man. That dude, he's a dog.
Is he a senior? Is he a senior this year or a junior?
Yeah, I think he's a senior.
Hey, Swaggy.
Yeah.
What hotel are you at?
I'm at home.
Bro, you got that hotel air conditioning in the window.
Hey, man. You know what? What happened was
Swag can stay, man. Swag always doing something, dog. He had to sick, man. Well, you had to call my man Swag out like that, man.
Air conditioning in the window a long time, bro.
Hey, bro. What happened was the air was out for a minute, so I had to go give me one.
Hey, man, you right. Let me bring my guest in, dog. God dang, dog. God dang.
Hey, that music.
Y'all hear that?
Y'all don't like the music?
No.
Oh, I didn't know where it's coming from. You can have it. I didn't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's
I
me
thought it
playing
was
that music, man.
Hey, I'm gonna sing you some tracks, J Mac, for next week's show. I got you. I'm gonna sing you some
I
tracks.
cut it down, man. I got my man Titus. Titus, don't pay us no attention, man. We just fooling.
I dropped
you
out
doing,
line
bro?
because of that music.
You sure
Hey,
did.
Titus. Can you hear us? Titus.
Titus.
Turn your sound up, brother.
They probably have to check out and check back in.
Yeah, he come back in.
Because, well, let me play this to see if he'll come back in, man.
You playing your music, baby. You thought about that all day, man. Play that music, man.
Hey, man, I'm playing it, dog. Y'all kiss my back behind.
No, the music cool. No, the music cool. I just thought it was my phone. That's why I shut off line a while ago to check my phone.
That's that air blowing.
He didn't call me like, "Hey Pat, you hear music?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I already knew what the music was from."
Hey man, let me play this video, man. See before Titus come back, man. Y'all check this out. Y'all clowning, boy.
Tell me your name. My name is Titus Music Jr. coming out of Downhorn High School. What year are you in? Sophomore, 10th grade. 10th grade. Tell me about tonight, man. You got busy out there. I feel like we came out strong, but then they had great coaching and they came back with a better defense. But I feel like we came back with a better offense to counter what they came to stop our counter run. But we came down with dives and stuff to mess them up because they thought we was gonna pull every time, but we stopped pulling and stuff. So that counter and that 8-gap power that y'all was running. I mean, it looked like coach was just running it play after play after play. You was getting 5 yards of carry, then you popped you one. Tell me about that long run you had. It was supposed to initially go right, but I saw the strong safety. He shifted all the way to the right, and like I'm not gonna say he's a bad the other safety's a bad safety, but I know he was the weaker safety on the team, so I cut back to that side because I know I could beat that safety. Safety on the left side. That's good, man. Hey, man, great game tonight, man. You look good. Proud of you, bro. We're gonna keep watching you grow, and keep doing your thing, man. Get a dub and shout out. Get a dub and shout out.
Shout out to the dub.
Shout out to the dub.
Yeah, man. My man didn't know who the hell he was, but he don't now though. We learned it.
He sure did.
Hey, this is one thing I gotta say about them interviews. I appreciate Swaggy for he's the support system, bro. He holds everybody up in every interview because if not, they're gonna fall back.
Yeah. Swag. Can y'all hear me over there in the Titus household?
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't even do it.
Yeah. Oh, they on a delay. Can you hear me now?
You hear that?
Mr. Titus.
Mr. Titus, can you hear me? Titus.
Hey, you might need to turn up the volume on your. You might have to turn up the volume on your computer.
I still can't hear y'all.
Okay. Oh, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
We can hear you now. Can you hear us?
No, it's not live no more. This was live.
What you did? You refresh it?
That's crazy.
Hey, Titus, do me a favor. Turn up your volume on your speakers. That might be the reason why you can't hear us. I know sometimes the program turns them down. I had to actually just turn my volume up. Titus, can you hear me?
Oh,
we got a major delay. Hey,
I know, but that's still.
Whoever has Titus' number, if y'all can just hit him up and let him know, do that. We're producing live on the air.
Hey, what's so crazy was he been with me 20 minutes before the show and we had no problem.
Oh wow.
He sure did.
Yeah, we had no problem. But that's okay, Titus. Do us a favor, go out and come back in. But we just gonna keep it pushing because I got my man Courtney over here. We got something to talk about.
Yeah,
Courtney, do we got sound with you, Courtney?
What's up with it?
What What up, little bro? You know we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about.
We got a whole lot to talk about today, man.
Can't.
We got, hey man, we got my man Courtney. He in the house. But before I go to Courtney, y'all let me play that. Courtney, I give you a chance to get settled down. Cause I know you got something to say.
Yes, sir.
And this was one of our big games of the week. So y'all check this out.
The Dub reporting live from Lancaster Stadium, where the Lancaster Tigers has just upset the #1 team in the state, South Oak Cliff, 21-3. I'm gonna get a word with Coach Paul in a little bit. Just reporting live from the Dub. The Dub team of the week, the Lancaster Tigers.
I walked in, there was a lot of energy in the building tonight. There was a lot of energy, good energy. You can feel it. You can feel everything going on. Tell me, what was that about?
We just wanted to win a game of importance. For us to be important, we had to win a game of importance. And our guys understood that. Stock is going to win the 5A D2 championship again. Stock is a phenomenal team. And I know Coach Todd, and I know why Coach Todd set the temper up, because there's no other 5A D2 team that can play with them. But our guys, man, they stepped up to the challenge, and I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of them. We talked about us having the heart of David, and our guys had the heart of David tonight. I'm proud of them.
Well, I'm proud of you guys too, all right? So I was wondering, we have our pick, and I picked you guys to lose, right? The one thing that I can honestly say about you guys is y'all find a way to win despite everything that's going on in the game. Okay, that's you. That's going to take you places you never dreamed of. And also the fact that y'all only scored 10 points in 2 games. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, 3 points. That's even better. So to see where you guys are going, tell me, how do you feel from week 1 to week 2? Do you feel better about your offense after this game than you did last week?
I feel better about the whole team because last week I made it tough on them at practice. I made it to where kids were so mad at me that they had to stick together. And tonight everybody played together, and I was proud of everybody. I was proud of everybody's effort. I was proud of the coaches. I tried to make the atmosphere as adverse as I could, so when we came tonight, the game wouldn't be anything.
Well, Coach, congratulations, man. Hell of a win.
Appreciate you, man.
Win for We Vote Nation.
Hey, and shout out to the Dub, man. The #1 podcast, DFW. Love it. I watch it every show.
Appreciate you, Coach, man. God bless you, brother. All right, look, MVP of the game, right? Things don't get rolling until you touch the rock. So you remind me a lot of Tyreek Hill, right? So tell me your first name. Thierry. So y'all kind of got some similarities, right? Is that one of your favorite players? So he the cheater, so what are you? Okay. So look, tell me about that first touchdown you caught on that screen backside. Tell me about it. So you had roughly over, 160 yards receiving tonight? Tell me how that feel, man.
It feel good. It comes with hard work and dedication.
So we want to see more from you this year?
Yes, sir.
If they get the rock in your hands, man, we're going to call you quick 6.
Yes, okay.
All right? All right, appreciate it, baby. Good luck to you. God bless you, bro.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Once again, reporting live from Lancaster Stadium, where the Lancaster Tigers.
Yeah, man.
Hey, J-Mac.
Yeah.
I think the band is still playing. I ain't never heard a band that play that long after a game.
Hey, at all, man. At all.
Hey, before we get to Courtney, let me just say something real quick. Shout out to Weebo. Good job, Titus. Respect where it's at.
Hey, I think Titus came back, man. Let's get him back in real quick and see if we can get this done. We're gonna give it one more shot. Can you hear me now, Tight? Can you hear me, Titus?
I had 2 of them in. One of them, like my the audio where I could hear y'all was working, but the other one not working for the audio.
Okay, well, yeah, wherever you at now, I can hear you. Oh, that's the one that dropped.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, man, we'll catch up with you.
We might try for Wednesday.
Yeah, we might try. We might try you Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, Courtney, we got you here, man. Stock Lancaster, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Well, I'm gonna start out by congratulating Lancaster. They really came out there and they came to win the game. And it was a good game all in all. Even though right now in soccer we just having we having offensive struggles. It ain't nothing to hide. Everybody who's been to the game has seen it. This is not nothing we were surprised about. When you change OCs and you bring in a new quarterback, it's gonna be a struggle sometimes. And I really like to harken back to like the past 10 years, soccer been having the talent and the defense to win any game. But when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, last year, y'all, that was probably one of the first years y'all seen a real competent offense. And we just gotta look at it as this offense gotta gel together before the playoffs. So playing Duncanville, playing Lancaster in the preseason, playing these hard teams, eventually some of these gonna come together. But it ain't no excuses though, because we got our ass kicked. We got our ass kicked last week, and we got our ass kicked this week.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yeah.
That was thing about that game, man. It just seemed like that to me. And you know what? I'm gonna give my man one more chance because I don't want him hanging out. Hold on. All right, we'll give you one more. We gotta get this one more shot. Titus, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
There you go. All right. So, hey man, tell us real quick, man. Y'all had a big game against against Arlington Bowie, right?
Yes, sir.
And you ran for 200, what, 250, 249?
Yeah, 248.
248, man. The homie out there doing this thing. So tell me, man, what was the mindset going into that game? Did you know you gonna get them carries? Because I remember Coach Allen saying he just go with the hot hand. So did you say like, hey, I'm trying to make my first run my best run, that way I can stay in?
Yeah, I knew if I came out hot, they was gonna keep giving me the ball, so I just made sure I came out hot. I know Coach Allen like us to run hard, so as long as I'm running hard, he gonna keep me in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. You definitely ran hard, man. I thought you had a great game, man. You probably solidified yourself as a starter. Some great vision in that game, man. So tell me, who is it that you kind of model your style after, or what running backs you look up to?
I mean, everybody be hating on Zeke, but you know that's my dude. I love Zeke.
Let's go.
Hey man, if you seen Zeke at Ohio State, you wouldn't be hating. Big Will, you got any question?
Yeah, man. So I like the patience. I like the vision. On that touchdown run, explain to me what where your landmark was and what your read on that particular play was.
So on that play, we got our guard and our tackle pulling. Well, it might have been locked, so we might have had our sniffer pulling instead of our tackle on that play. But
what is locked?
Our sniffer pulling instead of our tackle. So I'm either following the tackle or the sniffer. But before the play started, I saw the free safety shift over and the strong safety move to the right side. So right off the bat, I'm seeing they weaker safety. He by himself on this side, so I'm already knowing that the cutback gonna be there eventually. So I'm following my sniffer, and then right whenever I saw the linebacker overcommit, I cut back, so I knew it was just gonna be me and the safety that I had to beat.
On that run, I mean, I saw it too, man. As soon as they pull, you put your foot right in the ground, and you stay right on the hash, and man, you almost just could have bumped your head on the end zone. Great vision, great patience, right? What I like most about what you said was what you call pre-snap. That's huge, right? Having that football IQ and being able to see the defense and set the play up before the play even starts. That's huge. So here's another question I have for you. When did you know you could play?
What do you mean?
Like, what was that moment when you was like, whether it was in Little League, whether it was in middle school, where you was like, you know what, I can play this game, and I can play this game at a high level. When did you know that? Like, when was that moment?
So I always had love for the game, but whenever I first learned that I had talent was whenever I was in Mesquite League, but then I went to a select league, and I knew I had to. When I first went, before I went to practice, my mom was like, "You need to work. You don't have to," because I was given my spot at the Mesquite League because I was better than everybody. So it was no question. So when I got to the select league, I actually had to try to get my position or whatever. And whenever after the first few practices, whenever I'm starting on a select team that had the potential to be ranked on the Pee Wee level, select level, then I knew that I had something because I'm going against, and then I'm getting invited to All-Star games when I was in Pee Wee and stuff, and I'm going against the best of the best as you would want to say back then. Then that's when I knew that I was ready to play. I could play.
Kudos to mom, man. Kudos to mom for real. Like that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like instilling that into you, man, and keep that with you wherever you go, man. You know what I'm saying? That drive and that urge and that willingness to compete. A lot of kids don't like that. You know what I mean? And it'll serve you well. So my next question, last one is, um, who is your biggest inspiration? I'm gonna go on a limb and say your mom. But go ahead, I'm asking.
Okay, yeah, like what drives me to play?
Yeah, just what inspires you to get up every morning, put your feet on the ground, and go dominate the day?
I mean, yeah, my mom is my inspiration to get up to play whenever I like every day for practice. We got to wake up at 5:30 for practice every day, 6 o'clock every day. To get to practice. So it is my mom, but recently my sister did pass, so like it drove me to wake up every morning and do it for her. Like before the game and everything, I'm talking to her before the game and everything, and she gets me up every day. Most definitely her now to play, including my
Hey man, hey man, God bless you, man. That's deep right there.
Yeah, my condolences, man.
Hey, absolutely.
Yeah,
Rod, you was at that game, man, and you was holding my man up on the interview. You got any questions for him?
Man, after hearing that last part, it just kind of stopped you for a little bit. Hey, first of all, I want to say, man, blessings to you and your family, man. Um, keep your head up and just understand she always with you and stay focused in everything you do in life, not just football. Secondly, congratulations, man. You were, like I told you at the field, you are Swaggy Wet player of the game. So talk about the 80-yard run, man. Me and my man Will was sitting there just talking 1 minute, and we were like, we stopped talking, we looked, and we saw you just shoot through a hole. Talk about how that play went, man.
Yeah, like I was saying, whenever I first lined up, like before that even, we ran that same play, the drive before that actually, and I hit 2 cuts, but I was second guessing myself. That was on me, but I saw that it was open. So after that, I told my coach to tell my other coach. I said, tell him that play open, and then he told him, and we ran that play first play, and then when we ran it. When we ran it, the safety overcommitted. I waited for the linebacker to overcommit to pick up the sniffer, and when I cut back, if you watch the video, it was me and the safety got kind of tripped up, and I knew he wasn't gonna be able to keep up with me, so I made sure I aimed for that safety. Because I mean, the other safety was all right. The safety that I went to was all right, but the other safety was the better safety. So I made sure I went to the easy touchdown.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That's
Well, like I
hey man,
stated earlier, man. Like I stated earlier, you are the player of the week. I mean, player of the game, and I will be getting that shirt out to you sometime this week. So be looking for it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
yeah, most
Well,
definitely, man. Hey, before we get you out of here, man, I want to know, man, what do you think about your new coaches, man? Because Coach Allen, Coach Rowe, your running back coach, Coach Allen, your head coach. I think those some great dudes, man. Just coming, they first year there, they getting the program started. Just what do you think about your new coaches, the new coaching staff, and where you think the program is headed?
You know, I love our new coaches. You know, our old coach, I couldn't really trust him because he wasn't really a verbal coach, like talk to us and get us to know him type coach. And when Coach Allen first got here, he wasn't that coach either. But I'm not the type of person that's just gonna come out and talk to somebody that I can't really trust. And I like that. The one thing he always say when he first got here, he didn't really talk to us. Like he didn't talk to us. He didn't talk to none of the old coaches. He was trying to get a feel for everybody. And that's how I am. I didn't go talk to him like everybody else trying to suck up whatever, get their position. But like I'm gonna show what I got on the field to get my position, So I like how he stayed back to see who he can talk to or whatever, and how all the old coaches can talk, and I stayed back to see how I could trust him. And I didn't really think I could trust him until 7-on-7 game. We actually had a good conversation on like, I could ask him a question and he would actually tell me he would tell me like personal information. I could have a good student athlete to coach conversation with him or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. For you to be a sophomore, man, you talk very, very mature, man. Like about your football game, your the way you think. You got some real good people in your ear, man. I can tell you that. Just looking at the way you speak and the way you talk about your game and just talk about life, man. So I think that's real deep. Just a sophomore, man. That's
No
amazing.
doubt.
Thank
you. Very analytical kid, man. You got a bright future ahead of you. Let me ask you this: have there been any sniffs in the recruiting trail? Anybody talking to you?
I mean, I know I have interest from coaches, but it's no offers or anything. But I know I have interest from coaches. I made sure I went to camps this summer and get myself out there a little bit, and I hope some offers come. If they come, they come.
You'll have them at the end of the year. I promise you. You'll be good.
Appreciate it. And Coach Rowe, he one of the best running back coaches I ever had. I never had a coach like this to actually push me and critique the smallest little thing I do. Like if I'm a half an inch, he like, nah, I didn't like. I love that he can critique me on the smallest thing. And I love my old line. Lamont Rogers. I got hurt. Lamont Rogers 4-star. He just got ranked 247 and everything. So I mean, I feel like our program gonna be great in the next coming years because our program is still young, except for the little pieces that's gonna be gone next year. But our freshmen, they gonna come up and they great. They could really play on varsity right now, but we just trust the process.
Oh,
Hey, real quick. Speaking of freshmen, shout out to my little bro, Gilbert, Brian Gilbert Jr. He is definitely gonna be. He's definitely one of those freshmen that you say to look out for years to come. His daddy was a flat out star at Hillcrest High School.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Hey man, I appreciate you, Mr. Muse, man. We gonna keep an eye on you. We know that you out there balling nonstop. So hey, now you know who the dub is, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey man.
Shout out to the dub.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey man, hey, I told you, man, that dude, man, he catch on. It don't take quick. It don't take long at all. But hey man, well, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Thank everybody in your house for letting you come on, man, and keep balling out, man, because we watching. Anything you need from us, just hit me up. You got my number, and we there for you, brother.
Yes,
Proud
sir.
of you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Keep your head up. All right. Hey, before you go, tell Coach Allen, Coach Rowe, what's up, man?
All right, I got you.
All right. Hey, man, I like that young man. That's really good young man.
Good guy, man. Good
no doubt.
Yeah.
Now, where's Courtney at? Oh, there he is. Now I got my man back in. Now let's get back to this sock and Lancaster.
What up,
I'm
little
gonna be
bro?
honest before I pass it around and let everybody say what they think. I just got one question for you, Courtney. You know, I think it was Marvin Hagler
Mhm.
said that the hunger ain't the same when you're waking up in silk pajamas.
Right.
So what I want to know is over there at 3601 Marsalis, is everybody wearing them silk PJs and they just ain't as hungry as they was?
Nah, man. Let me tell you something about them kids. They won state 1 week. The next Saturday they was out there working. The work ain't the problem right now. It ain't no state hangover. Even though, let me say this, there's a lot of teams that's bumping and talking down, but they ain't never sniffed state, so they need to keep that to themselves. And I gotta say this one more thing before I even get into this. I'm sick of hearing parents say my son playing 6A D1 or you playing a lower classification. My favorite argument to that is, where did Patrick Mahomes and Michael Parsons play football at in high school? Do y'all know?
That
The
part.
top
White
players in the
House.
world, it don't matter if you play
White House High
6A,
School.
3A, 2A, that
We
don't
played at
matter.
White House.
Like, so quit trying to hang that, like, oh, we playing a high classifications, but you're losing. So what do that matter? So at the end of the day, soccer not having a hangover. What soccer's having is a transition. You got a new OC in. You got quarterbacks in who are untested. Y'all got to remember, Kevin Henry Jr. struggled his junior year. Soccer had that same team junior year and could have won state. At the end of the day, it's harder to bring that offense along. It's hard when you playing against. We didn't schedule with the 4 punk teams to start the season. We went and got that heat because we know we needed it. And right now we just getting a wake up call. Let me tell y'all something. One thing I do know is every season that you win is not going to be the same. Yes, last year was a Cinderella season. We went undefeated at the Dunkerville game. The whole city acted like they were supporting us. But I know if you start off losing, people gonna say, "Oh, you not shit." But if you telling me Mayweather fought Vander Holyfield, he's supposed to win that fight, do they not make Mayweather still a good boxer, or he just out of his weight class right now? Sometimes just because you got D1 recruits, just because that don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, we still got to go out here and win these games. And what I'm seeing from my team right now is our O-line. They not playing like they was last year. Our quarterback play not like it was last year. And one fact I gotta say is, even though we did horrible on offense, Lancaster mustered up 21 points. It was 21-3. You supposed to jump down our throat. So right now we just having offensive issues. It was 23-10 against Dunkerville, 21-3. It's clear that we not scoring the football right now. But for
Yes,
me
sir.
to
Hey,
sit up
hey,
here,
hold on real quick, Courtney. Hold on. Hey, Will, can you go out and come back in? You got a little background noise. I think it's in your system.
I'm
Go
trying to
ahead, Courtney.
figure out. I'm trying to figure out where the Dallas people got in their mind that my son playing 6A D1 because he's better. Man, you know how many kids I went to college with at Tech that was 1A kids who was all Americans? That don't got shit to do with nothing. At the end of the day, it's about lining that shit up and getting better. Right now, we struggling, and the city happy to see us struggling. We know it. We don't care because we were the same fans sitting out there when we was 3-7. So ain't nothing gonna change on soccer end. The negative Nancy's and the people who talking. That's cool, but let me tell y'all something. Y'all still got to go to the playoffs. Your team still got to win a state championship. So we not, they saying we hung on last year. Nah, we just hung on the fact that we'd have been to the mountaintop. So whatever else now is gravy. Win, lose, or draw, we going to come out there and we going to play hard every time. So the Lancaster game, I give my hats out to Weebo. And let me tell y'all something. The number 0 for Lancaster is the best kid I ever seen in Little League. So I told the coach, I may have told a few people that if we don't stop 0, we not winning. So like I wasn't surprised. See, other people surprised because they come out there with this, oh, Sock think they better than everybody now. No, we don't, man. We just happy we won. Like y'all gonna be happy when y'all win, or if y'all win. So a lot of people just hypocrites to me because they don't want the city to get behind them if they won something. So now Sock on top now is, oh, look at y'all, ha ha. But at the end of the day, we beat up we fought Drago. Y'all won't do that. Y'all go fight Apollo and possibly we go fight Drago. Because we know if we get close to Drago, when we get time for us to get to our playoff run, we're gonna be all right. So it's a lot of kinks need to be worked out. I'm not making no excuses. We got our ass stumped. Lancaster came out there. They wasn't on the Mecca height. They didn't care about us being the state champs. And Coach Paul and them came out there with a plan. And the first play I think about is when we had them on that drive and it was like 4th or 3rd down, and we called that blitz before we got to the quarterback and batted it down, and we called the same blitz and they hit us for a screen for 80. That's coaching, man. You got to get them in their flowers. Coach Paul did his thing. Just give them their flowers, man.
Hey, bro, you just preached a great sermon, man. You just went TD Jakes on the Metroplex. I think that was the best assessment that I've heard of the whole situation, and you just tied it up in a couple of minutes. Good job, bro.
Appreciate you.
Matter of fact, Pat, while you talking, go ahead and tell us what your thoughts on the game. I know you was there. Tell us your thoughts on the. I'm gonna bring up because a whole bunch of us after Courtney. Let me go on and bring it up because this is us right now. We got a big plate of it.
Yeah, man. We got to eat that crow, baby.
We got a big plate. We got to go ahead and get on it.
Crow.
Hey,
bro, they props, man. Give Lanks their props.
Yeah, and that's the yard. That's a nasty bird. I ain't trying to eat it, but we got to eat crow tonight. So look, I'm gonna say this because y'all know how I am. I'm the jokester of the show. I like to crack jokes. I'm cracking on everybody. I know the drama that came my way. So Swaggy and we were walking through the Lancaster bench area, and Coach Muhammad just went ham when he saw us. And he's pointing at us, and especially pointing at me. You know better than that. Because he coached my son back at Duncanville. And so he was upset because I said something in the thing. I said that they were going to lose by 3. But then I said some weird thing about, they're going to hang 33. Just playing. That's me. Didn't mean it, but I guess we became bulletin board material. So with that being said, Coach Muhammad, bro, I respect you, bro. Don't ever think that I'm going to disrespect you. I'm going to eat the crow because I know that y'all took that personally. Your players was coming at us. It got a little crazy over there on that sideline. But, hey, we do it for the dub. The dub gave y'all bulletin board material. We got to ride with that. I'm going to take that L. I probably got a couple of more L's from the previous week. The first week I went 8-2, so, I'm going to brush them shoulders out. But last week, you think all of us had a little rough week.
We
were still living off of Sox accomplishments from last year. We've been there. We say how big they are. And, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I mean, Lancaster was a little bit light on the line, but they played strong as hell, even though Sox was bigger. So it didn't matter in the end. Y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. Y'all used us to motivate y'all. So give a part of that win to the dub too. And Coach Mahomes,
but I don't know.
Don't play with me like
but
that.
Shout out to Coach Muhammad and those players, man, because even though during the game they did what they did, they was humble enough after the game to come over and shake my hand and just say, hey, man, it was all love. It was nothing personal.
No doubt.
And those same players got in my interview, as you can saw in my interview,
right?
And they were just happy. And what I like the most about those players, what they said, they didn't get on my interview and dog sock. They got on there and straight up said, we respect sock. And that right there teaches volumes of where this is now versus where it was then.
Absolutely.
So shout out to the Weibo players. Shout out to Coach Paul. Shout out to Coach Muhammad. That was a class act of y'all after the game, man. Coming and acknowledging another school and even acknowledging the dub for even picking against y'all. And like, you got my word. I don't think I picked against y'all no more this year.
Hey, let me say this.
Shout out, man.
Let me say this because I'm the first one that had to eat the crow. Now, I'm also say this. We're going to pick against y'all probably at least one more time this year. So don't be mad at us when we pick against y'all that one more time. He said 2. I'm saying one more time. I'm not easily swayed.
Didn't die
time,
long
but still ride with your boy because I got love for y'all, Coach Paul and Coach Muhammad and Coach Witt. Coach Witt, my guy out there with the wide receivers coach. So we got love for you, Doc. But sometimes we're gonna get it right, sometimes we're gonna get it wrong. Sometimes we're gonna provide bulletin board material.
Already. So, hey, Coach Will, tell me what you thought about the game, man. I still don't hear no real. I mean, the homie Courtney, man, I love. He almost like our pseudo sock correspondent. You know what I'm saying? Because he always break it down to us. But I ain't heard no real. Because like I said, I asked him the question. Me personally, I think sock a little content. They get a little content. They
So,
look real content. They look like they were hungry against Duncanville, but they look like they had a little bit too much pregame meal against Langston. But just tell me what you think of that game, Will.
All right. I agree with a lot of what Courtney is saying. A lot of it. I agree with a lot of it. So my lens is a little different than Courtney. He's a little shaded by his by his loyalty to the SOC. Okay. I saw a team that didn't play with any effort. I see a team that don't play with any energy. I see a team that does have a hangover. When you say it's a wake up call, that means they were asleep. Most people sleep when they have hangovers. So when you look at SOC, yes, you lost your OC. You lost your quarterback. Both of those went D1, your OC and your quarterback. That hurts. But what you have is your offensive line. And they ain't knocking nobody off the ball.
They not.
They not creating separation.
Nope.
Play calling is atrocious.
Atrocious.
You have the middle of the field that you can work with. All this throwing the ball left to right. Let me tell you something. Lancaster is fast. They're track fast. So all this throwing the ball side to side, what that's going to do? Especially if you ain't got receivers that's at the point of contact that's knocking people off. What I see is a team that doesn't have any identity. I don't know if they know who they are offensively. It's going to make the defense continue to look worse because when you can't score, there's going to be a level of resentment on that side of the football. They're going to, here we go again. Come on, offense. What y'all doing? Now the offense is going to chip her back. Now you're going to have some little stuff going in on the sideline. I think SOC needs to get back to fundamentals 101.
Can I give you this too? Can I give you this too, Coach?
Yep.
Can I give you this too? I'm gonna ask y'all something. You a coach, so I'm gonna ask you this question because I'm an OC by trade. Every time I coach the offense, and that's all I really coach, besides some skill positions. Answer me this. We run a lot of inside zone, leaving the DN free. But the purpose is that it's for the quarterback to pull it out from time to time. Now, how we gonna run that with a quarterback that don't want to run? So that's all like common sense stuff that can be cleaned up. Like you can't run inside zone with a quarterback who never pulling it to run. Have y'all seen him pull it in these first two games?
Well, Courtney, I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. That goes to my point. Know your personnel.
That's coaching.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like we can keep making excuses. We could do that all day long, right? And we're all going to find something that we can say is what is what. The bottom line is when you see SOC get into some kind of adversity and you watch them on the sideline, they not into it like that.
No,
they not picking their brothers up.
I agree.
There's a lot of discontent on the sideline. There's a lot of lack of discipline.
So
and I believe and I know he's gonna get it right. So I don't question whether these things are gonna happen because let's be face it, these things had to happen.
Yeah,
they do.
You think they got silk PJs on, Big Will?
Man, they got cashmere. They in Antarctica chilling, baby.
Hey,
that's
what I said. I'm gonna get what you got to say, Rod. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I mean, I see a lot of DeSoto in SOC right now. When at first I saw a lot of Duncanville in SOC last year.
Coach, I'm gonna be honest with you too. I've been out there all summer, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if your quarterback look jittery in 7-on-7, it ain't no rush coming at him. What the hell he gonna look like with the D-line coming at him? SOC fans really not the people who've been out there. We really not surprised at what we looking at. I'm not. So that's why I'm telling you, like I'm really not surprised. But I thought he was gonna get better as we got close to the season. But coming out here playing these juggernauts to start out the season, he looked even more nervous than he did in 7-on-7. So to be honest with you, the quarterback been the issue since Kevin Henry Jennings walked out the door. So the replacement was gonna be tough anyway.
Are you saying the quarterback position? Are you saying like the quarterback position or one guy?
the literal quarter. Okay, so you got a senior, a junior, and a sophomore. Everybody calling for the sophomore to get in the game. But you just don't throw kids to the wolves when you know everything not clicking. Like Coach say, I'm agree with Coach 100%. The O-line is playing like Kerberos right now.
That's it.
They not doing nothing.
Stop with everything else. That is the bottom line. There is nothing else to be said. Your quarterback is going to look like trash if he's throwing off his back foot every single play.
Every play.
He's never going to have any confidence. You don't establish the run game, and you ain't knocking nobody off the ball. You ain't punching nobody in the mouth. You ain't getting started.
We ain't doing that. That's their problem. Right.
Let me just say this.
They just big for no reason. They big for no reason over there.
I agree.
But we'll just turn into the real TD Jakes.
And let me just say this. I'm about to turn to Stephen A. Smith for a minute on this one. To the defense of South Oak Cliff, man, I want y'all to understand this. The Green Bay Packers started out 0-3. Green Bay fans was calling for Aaron Rodgers' head. They was calling for Mike LaFleur head. Aaron Rodgers went on air and said one word: relax. And when he said that, that same team that was 0-3 won the Super Bowl, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's true, right?
I say that to say this. Sock fans, sock haters, everybody else who got something to say about South Oak Cliff, relax. Relax. This team can overcome anything, adversity. Relax. Yes, they're 0-2. Yes, they played Duncanville. Yes, they played they played Lancaster. They got DeSoto next. They got Parrish next. Relax. They're going to be okay. Just like Courtney said, KHJ, junior year. Hey, you probably know who that damn kid was his junior year.
All right, time out, man.
But
I ain't feeling none of that. I ain't feeling none of that.
Hold on, Rod. I don't mean to cut you short. You are the defending state. I don't mean to cut you short, and I apologize. From the beginning, you are the defending state champion. Okay, you're the defending state champion. There, from the first game to the second game is when you should show improvement. They went from 10 points to 3 points.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, Coach. And I ain't gonna lie, Coach. That O-line, man, you really, that was my first thought when we even brought this up. Like, I'm telling you right now, I have never, ever in my history of watching this in my school seen the quarterback in trouble every time he dropped back. And that's on O-line. Just because we bigger than everybody, just because we look good and we got these recruits, when these kids get these commitments, they gotta go on, they gotta play up to this shit. And right now, Lancaster D-line was little as hell, and we had trouble with them. The Soto D-line not that big. It look like we're gonna have trouble with them. Somebody grab their nuts and say, if we gonna be the defending state champions, we gotta be able to first run the ball to take the pressure off the quarterback. Now, when you dial back from the quarterback, you gotta go to, okay, OC, we can't keep running these same bullshit ass plays. Like, we gotta open up the offense, and that's what that is. And we gotta get our mind right. And at the end of the day, I understand what Rod's saying because I'm under that same. I know that it can get better, but right now it's what have you done for me lately? We didn't play this Langston Duncanville to be in the game. We played to win them games. So for us to say all that shit, that's cool. And I'm the biggest Sox fan on earth. I've been a Sox fan my whole life. But at the end of the day, if you don't get results, people gonna come over and talk. You got people who never won nothing gonna talk. You got people who hate you gonna talk. You got people. I was in the stands, man. I'm telling them stands is ridiculous. Everybody can coach. Everybody know everything. But at the end of the day, it's gonna start in them trenches. And them trenches, it's been getting their ass whooped. Lancaster, quarterback had all day to throw. We gonna skip over that. He had all day to throw. That man
Answer this question.
Threw downfield the whole game.
Answer this question. Name me besides Duncanville. Besides Duncanville and DeSoto. Name me another team in the state. Not even damn North Shore won't even do it, I don't think. That will play this damn 4-game schedule like soccer's playing.
Nobody do Rob, but at the end of the day, we didn't play the schedule to say, oh, we played to win.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is this schedule is gonna only make these boys tougher down the road.
What if it
Rod, you
breaks?
making excuses, Rod.
What if it can
I'm not
break?
making excuses.
And that's
I'm not
what we
making
ain't
excuses.
gonna do tonight. We
I'm
ain't
not
gonna
making
make no
excuses.
excuses. This is
No.
overreaction.
I'm not
And
making excuses.
We got
we
our
can't
ass
make no
beat.
excuse. That O line is soft as wet toilet paper. Let me tell it then. That O line is soft as wet toilet paper. We cannot be blaming no quarterback. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming no quarterback when he got to throw on his way to the ground.
Right, and we throwing number hitch routes because we ain't got time to get downfield. If I tell you listen, both the DNs with a triple is upfield before the quarterback even stick his foot in the ground. It got to be something to that. Like, man, I watched this same O line last year, and but let me tell you these two. I'm gonna tell you one more thing too. Kevin Henry Jennings had a little more feet to him, so even when the play broke down, he was able to get outside the pocket and make plays. Right now, if you got a quarterback that's gonna stay in the pocket, let me tell you something. I didn't see one play where he could stick it in the running back stomach, take it back, and throw a slant. Because hell, the damn D line was on his ass all game. So we gotta blame the trenches. We gotta look at these trenches like Coach said, because it started up front, and we can't say, oh, I could say OC for the second problem, but at the end of the day, the line gotta block the call plays, and I agree with that. You're not winning without no line, bro.
You know what though? I remember when we had Coach Todd on the show, and we were talking about the differences for this year, and I was speaking specifically to the loss of the quarterback, Hollywood, and the other run back for Rock. But they said something about the OC. I glossed over the OC, but I think that probably is a big mistake. The OC definitely puts people in positions to win. He knows the personnel. You know, it's pretty much the same personnel up front, and you know, you don't have the same OC putting these people in position to win, you know, to play, you know, to make positive plays or whatever. So I underestimated that, and I think that is a big part of the problem, along with the line. But for some people, the line was doing what they needed to do. But to your point, Corey, that he did, you know, the quarterback does make a difference when he can kind of sidestep some of that pressure and get out of there.
And watch this. If the quarterback and the OC, this their first year on the job. It's not the O-line first year on the job. Now, when you first come to a job and they put you through training and they teach you the job, you get a little leeway. But them guys up front, they've been there. So what's the excuse? See, that's what's getting to me, because at the end of the day, I can't judge nobody out their first couple of days at the job. They may can get better. But what I don't see getting better is from the Duncanville game. Man, we ran better on the Duncanville front seven than we did on Lancaster front seven. You know what they did? They just loaded up the box and said, I dare y'all to throw it. That's what they did.
Yeah, Facebook users just said that don't forget about Javon being hurt. And I mean, Javon is a great player, but I don't see it making, you know, as big of a difference with the way the line is playing. And the thing between the quarterback last year, Jennings, and the line this year is they played off each other. You know, this team hadn't had enough time to, you know, adjust to the new quarterback style. Like you said, this quarterback is more in the pocket. He's not going to get out of there. And I think that is the biggest issue. I think it's both. So I think it's line play and the style of quarterback you got.
So that means when you got a quarterback that's stationary as an OC, you got to know that, and you got to move the pocket a little bit. You got to move him around. You got to leave him max protection. We know the line not blocking. Let's leave some people in, and let's try to get downfield by max protecting. See, sometimes it just comes to, like, as coaches, every coach, I mean, even Coach Todd, Coach Wood, any of these guys, I talk to Coach Wood all the time. One thing about Coach Wood, he open to doing new things to make things better. Like, at the end of the day, we just got to get this line on track, and we got to be open to more things, because he not Kevin Henry Jennings. Jennings can run. Jennings going to get out the pocket.
And that's the thing. Like, to me, they have to me, if that's your problem, I'm hitting you with more RPOs. Like, Lancaster was dropping 8 in the box, like, whatever. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. On the outside, Stock doesn't scare you. Like on the outside of their offense, they don't scare you.
And we got all the receivers in the world. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see big plays or, woo, or, hey, let me back you up off. You're not seeing that. So, I mean...
Hey, well, excuse me. Let me go and get B. Riser thoughts on Sock Lancaster, and then I want to read what Matt Stepp wrote, because he do make a great point.
Hey, fellas, I got my laptop about to die. I have to get back on. Let me go charge up real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Man, I appreciate you getting to me, boy. Because man, it's like trying to play house, trying to get into this conversation, boy.
But go ahead. You got the flow now.
I got the flow. All right, damn. Well, like you said, teams are just stacking the box on sock. Like you said, they run the same thing North Shore ran against Duncanville. They stacking the box and they making side throw the ball. Side not having success throwing the ball. And what's going on is it's affecting the defense as well because the defense is gonna get tired. It don't matter how many D1s you got on defense. If you keep going back and forth, you keep getting 3 and outs. Defense gonna get tired. It don't matter how good the defense is. Like I said, the offense. I honestly think them losing their offensive coordinator actually hurt more than losing their quarterback because their offensive coordinator, whoever it is, I know who he is, but he needs to do a better job of putting points on the board and keeping that defense intact. Well, defense off the field, man. So I mean,
Hey, I agree.
watch yeah, I mean, as right
So let me
now.
read go ahead.
Go ahead,
Brian.
go ahead.
Now, I want to read what Matt Stepp wrote, and I want to get y'all guys' opinion on that. Is no one is talking about Javon being hurt, which is number 0.
Yeah,
that is happening because he was supposed to play running back. That what a lot of people don't know. He was supposed to play running back, especially these first 4 games. But it also hurt him on defense because hey, that's your 4-star cornerback going to A&M that's not there, and your return man. So now you ain't got no big plays in the kicking game, and you ain't got the guy you was hoping gonna be your running back, which I don't like to use that as a reason because you at SOC, dude. I'm sorry. If you can't walk the halls and find you a running back, something wrong. And that's if the O-line was doing what they supposed to do. Right? I mean, right now, SOC just O-line, they just big for nothing. You just got a bunch of big guys out there that they not putting their will on people. They not enforcing themselves on people. They not bullying nobody. I saw Duncanville. We'll get to that game, but when Duncanville played that Jones team, the second half, them guys ain't half as big as SOC, and they imposed their will on that D line. They, so at some point we gotta call a spade and say what it is, and it starts up front. I don't want to blame the quarterback if I know the brother ain't getting no time in the pocket. I don't care who you put back there.
Yeah, that offense line, they're not looking good at all right now.
So tell me that Rod, what you think about Javon Thomas missing? Does that hurt him?
Yeah, it's hurt them bad. Like especially on defense. I tell you that last week, the Duncanville game, it showed a lot in the Duncanville game across that middle. And as far as running back go, yeah, it hurt, man, because when I went and watched him practice this year, I saw how explosive he was at that running back position. So I was just like, man, that 0 looked good back there. He was hitting them holes with ease, and he was just, doing his thing. So, yeah, that hurt. It really does.
J Mac, I got a question.
It hurt, but I don't know if Javon Thomas could make a difference with the O line. If you got an O line and they out here wet, they out here soft as wet toilet paper. I don't care who playing it. It don't matter who playing running back. What's your thoughts on that, Big Will?
I'm just listen. I agree that it hurts him because he's a very good player and he's a very very dynamic player. Does it hurt him? Yes. When Superman show up, Superman plays. However, that does not solve their main issue. They could have beat Lancaster as they imposed their will up front, offensively and defensively. They play the run very well, but they don't rush the passer very well. And a lot of that too is, let's just be honest. When you're going 3 and out, how tired are you? You know what I mean? How much energy do you have? You know what I'm saying? So for me, whether he plays more offense, still the issue is they don't have offense line. So they're and even yes, now if he's dynamic enough to make plays on his own and do all that, do you miss that? Yes, you do. Again, to me, their issue is up front. And once they get that right, I think they'll be a lot better off all positions around it.
So y'all give me one word answer, man. And I'm gonna start with you, Pat. Do Sock fix their issues against DeSoto Saturday?
No. And you know, I was on the show and I had told Coach Todd, you know, to his face and told him keep it real. I felt like DeSoto was gonna win that game. After what DeSoto just did this week, yeah, it's gonna be a good game. They're probably in the same boat right now.
B. Raza, do Sock fix the issues that's bothering them, or is it gonna be fixed by Saturday at 5:00 at 600 Eagle Drive?
Well, the good thing for the Sock is
one word answer.
Yes or no?
You did. I believe they're gonna play better. That makes sense. They're gonna play better.
I know there ain't no yes or no.
Get off that
I'm gonna say yeah.
Get off the fence. Right.
I'm gonna go yeah.
Is it fixed by Saturday?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this last thing about Sock, man. Because he's done with the conversation. Because you know, I'm a huge Sock supporter. Since last year and this year both. So I'm gonna just say this, man, and get over with. And I'm gonna use this reference. Hey, whether it's last week, this week, next week, a week before, this ain't nothing but a preview, man. I just want y'all to know that. I want all the friends out there to know. I want everybody else to know. This ain't nothing but a preview. The movie gonna start in 2 weeks, and when it do, it's gonna continue until December, until the credits are rolling. And I'll leave it at that.
Longest yes in history.
That's the longest yes in history.
So in other words, that's a yes. They're gonna get it together. I'm gonna say it on her. I'm gonna say it on her. They're gonna blow DeSoto away.
Big Will. Oh, we gotta talk about DeSoto though. Big Will, yes or no? Is it gonna get fixed by Saturday?
Maybe.
I got some English cats on the show today. Good Lord, I can't get an honest answer. I can't get an honest answer, man. I can't get an honest answer.
You said a one-word answer. I gave you a one-word answer. I gave you what you asked for.
I know, man.
Hey, man, salute to my man, Coach Todd, who always shows up, man. This is why I like this guy, man. His nickname, my new nickname for Coach Todd, he is Jason, grown-ass man behavior Todd. That's his name. The homie gonna stand up, man. Like he said, we got our butt kicked, and we gonna get it right.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way I expect people to answer stuff. But now, let's get on to this DeSoto. We're gonna do Duncanville or DeSoto. Who y'all want to go?
DeSoto.
Let's go DeSoto first. Let's go DeSoto.
Go DeSoto. Well, I'm gonna start with Coach Carl.
Woo!
Tell me what you think of DeSoto. And for the record, Coach Carl picked DeSoto to beat St. Francis. So let's give him a little crow. Hold on, Coach Carl. Let me find what you got over here. There go your bird, Coach Carl. There go your bird.
He looks good, man. He don't look good. Look at it.
He look good. Oh, shit.
I'm going to eat this crow. And this crow comes with a side order of humility. So, I picked DeSoto because I was a homer, right? But before we do all that, before we talk about the game, before we do all that, I have a huge problem. I was more so embarrassed about that game than I was anything else. Not embarrassed from the standpoint of the way they played, but how they played, how they prepared, how they went into that thing talking trash. Let's start. Okay, so first, that's not your city. You're from DeSoto, not Fort Worth. So let's kind of start there. The back and forth with the guys before the game. The part that kind of bothers me is that They had a kid whose dad died right before the game, maybe a day or two before. If you know your opponent, you know that. So I don't know if any kids went over to that kid and you know, spoke to him and prayed for him and helped him, whatever. I don't really know that. But what I do know, that first and opening kickoff says everything about DeSoto as a culture. Their culture isn't right. You see, they're a football guys, right? So for people who don't understand, there's a thing called football guys. There are guys who govern the game of football to ensure that it's played in the right way. When you're running on a kickoff and you want to stop and you want to high five a guy before you get in the end zone. Oh, by the way, you're playing a team who's from Baltimore, who why is a little bit different than yours. See, they in the mud. East Baltimore. I know it. I drive through the neighborhood every day. I got a house in Baltimore. When I would drive through work, I drove by through St. Francis. You catch cats on the corner still doing hand to hand. Like that's where they reside. So they wise a little bit different. So when you talking that noise and you're not really from where they from, it's a little different. So when they lined up and played that game, they why was a little bit different. The culture of DeSoto is one where we're not going to hold. We have to hold them accountable for not treating the game the right way. And to me, it's about, you know, doing everything else. So it's about me. Hey, I'm shining. Hey, I'm this. It's a team game. Every time you watch DeSoto, they complain about, this is a top 3 team in the country. You signed up for that. So when you sign up for that game, you need to go into that game knowing you need to bring your A game, knowing this ain't the game to come here and pop off to. This is a business trip. But if your culture allows you to do that, because that just didn't happen Saturday, that happens during the week, that happens in the weight room, that happens in the classroom. We got to start holding the people in charge accountable and making sure that the game of football is played in the correct way, because that was embarrassing. To see this St. Francis kids calling plays at the end of the game, that's embarrassing. Like that's embarrassing. It was embarrassing on a lot of levels, man. And to have to sit there and watch through that and see that stuff, I'm sorry, I'm getting hot because I can preach. But to sit there and watch that stuff and watch how that game of football was being played, man, it really hurt my soul. And it really hurt my spirit. And when you watch that game and that opening kickoff, you didn't have to see nothing else, because that game reflected everything else about that opening kickoff. And the football guy said, we're going to kick the ball off to you. You're going to get it at the 50. We don't trust you enough with all your big play talent that you're going to get the ball in the end zone. We're going to only give you 50 yards. They couldn't get the ball in the end zone. That game wasn't close in no way, shape, form, or fashion. They went for 2 twice to let you know they sitting here playing ball with y'all. And they didn't look back. So don't say that game was closer than what it was. It was absolutely not.
No, they let off the board.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't mistake talent for coaching and coaching for talent. They're not the same thing. And that culture in DeSoto, that opening kickoff, I don't care whoever I offend, I apologize. No, I don't apologize. Because I love football and I love playing this game the right way. And when you do that and you're trying to shine people and do that and you get tackled on the goal line and you don't even score, and that's the last time you even got close to the end zone? Come on, man. That's my problem. It ain't even the score. It ain't even they playing more talent than them. It's about competing and about doing things the right way. That's what this is about. My bad.
Right. You good, Coach. That was a good word right there.
Pass the collection plate.
Well, like I said, man. One thing with this game right here, you know, like Coach said, man, Duncanville came down. They had a good kickout return. They was showboating. They scored. And did y'all notice the whole game? St. Francis got the ball, scored. they did onside kicks the rest of the game. They basically showing say, hey, we forget y'all about at y'all own 50-yard line. And y'all not fit to score. And that's what they did. They scored 47 consecutive points. So, like you said, the game, it wasn't close. It should have been worse than what it was. If they would have kicked the ball off and then put the start in the 20, man, they could have scored 60 points they want to. Yeah, that game wasn't close, but at the same time, no team in Texas being St. Francis, man. So I'm hoping, DeSoto play a better game, but yeah, that was a little bit tacky, man. Like that hot the showboat. No, you don't do a team like St. Francis like that. Them boys are
You
real
deserve
deal.
to lose that, man. You deserve to lose that game.
Yeah, like I said, they doing onside kicks the whole game. They put you at your own 50-yard line and say, hey, what you finna do? So shit. And then you see a player he was calling plays for him. Y'all see that number 15 was calling plays. And he actually called his touchdown for him. So
I
yeah,
saw
man,
it, but that was just how you disrespect the team that disrespected you. You know what I'm saying? When you come across when you come all the way over here across state lines and you get disrespected and you get kind of, for now I don't know how true it is, but I heard they disrespected a dead player or a dead coach or whoever it was. You do stuff like that, like we'll say, the football guys got something to say to you.
right, yeah.
And I do want to say I respect DeSoto for even taking the game. I think that's good for them. They should challenge themselves. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's a certain way you do things. I like Coach Mathis. He's a cool dude. But I think the culture he got at DeSoto is totally wrong for big time for a real football team. I don't think you can go Hollywood. They got to look at me culture. Look at me. I'm running down the sideline, high five, and oops, I got tackled at the one. This my city while you in Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? I just think they got the wrong kind of culture. They got a culture of look at me, and it's inbred all the way through their junior high. It's like everywhere, all the way through the pee-wee teams that be there. I saw a guy on Facebook today. He talking about, oh man, we played a team with 32 D1 guys. Yeah, but you run a youth organization and you select kids from all over the goddamn DFW. You got a select team.
But that's
team.
But that's that culture though. That's what I'm saying. Like we'd rather make excuses why we can't win than to build a program. So for whatever people want to say about stock or whatever, the one thing I can say about Todd, that man built a program. The one thing that I can sit there and say about Duncanville, they built a program. And coaches over there building a program. But right now, the culture of DeSoto football has been the culture of DeSoto football since I remember the resurgence when they were playing Skyline. That's what I remember them being. So, my bad.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Rob. Tell us what you think, man, of that game.
What you got, Rob?
I'm just gonna say this, man. I didn't see the game. I ain't saw no footage of the game, no highlights. I just saw the score, 47-7. As a DeSoto dad, I ain't got nothing to say. Next subject.
All right, Pat Boteezy, what you think? I don't know if you saw it on YouTube yet or not, but what's your opinions about it?
Yeah, I actually watched the game on YouTube. So this is what I two things. One, I'm gonna compare this to Duncanville playing what was that, Marta Day last
Marta
year?
Day, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, and I think I even made a comment in the group earlier that I wish I knew more on St. Francis than what I did. I know DeSoto usually plays these out of town teams and do well. If I knew that they was kind of that Marta Day type team, IMG type team, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, this was expected. So I don't think the city should shut down for it. But I think the way DeSoto played is probably the problem, that Will brought up. Like really, y'all know I got love for Duncanville because I played there. I got love for DeSoto. Both of my sons played at DeSoto and at Duncanville. I got love for the DeSoto program. But and I hate to be critical, but I would say DeSoto feels like the Dallas Cowboys right now. They feel like the Dallas Cowboys right now. And I mean, like you said, they get the Hollywood treatment. And, sometimes it goes to your head. Sometimes you feel more privileged. Just like people with money. People with money feel like they can get away with anything. You know what I'm saying? The rules are different for them. And so really, it's got to get to that grind mentality. That's what helped Sock last year. Sock wasn't Hollywood last year. Sock was on that ascent. They was on that climb. Everything was rough. I remember them talking about having to practice at the school down the street when Sock was being rebuilt at that little prison-looking building down there, and having to practice in the parking lot and all that type of stuff. In order to win a state title, you got to have that grind. You got to have that mentality. You cannot have the Dallas Cowboys mentality, the glitz and glamour. The glitz and glamour is cool after you win it. After you win it, I'm going to celebrate like Coach Todd. I'm going to be everywhere. But until you get there,
it ain't that fucking
Oh, no, what happened?
Hey, Jesse, we ain't trying to get no domestic disturbances. We gonna take you off and let you handle your old lady, cause we ain't trying to hear all that one, brother.
I'm ended up like that was funny. That was funny. But to end it off, y'all know I'm a big DeSoto supporter. I like swag. I like teams with swag. I just want them to get the bag before they display the swag. Let's get that bag first.
God, dog, I can't believe we just heard somebody get checked by the old lady on live on the goddamn screen, boy. Oh, look, man, y'all gonna learn, man. Don't be trying to run up in here. You know your old lady got one of the miles, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta go sneak in the bathroom. Go sneak in the bathroom and listen to the show. Don't be running up in here. We know who were the big draws in the family. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come up in here with all that. Good Lord.
Oh, Jesus. But that did it for me.
Hey, man.
Mercy. Hey, they just shut the floor down. Good Lord.
Lord Jesus. Oh,
but that was funny.
That was hilarious.
Hey, Brian, that might have got your dog moment, dog. That might be number one now.
Dog, that beat the dog and the McDonald's, dog. God, dog.
Say, man.
Look, you see the comment down here?
Yeah.
He was texting me to the side.
I got tears in my eyes, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Matt Steph say, I'm hitting mute. Hey, you ain't the only one, man. I'm throwing the phone out the window. I ain't even gonna be on the screen.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Well, hey.
I know. All right.
Hey man, I'm sorry, man. Oh God, I can't stop laughing. Good Jesus. All right.
Well, I know one thing though, man. Back to the game. But number 2, man, Lil Tiger looked good yesterday though. I get Lil Tiger looked good, man, yesterday.
Oh yeah, Tiger always gonna look good.
Yeah, Tiger looked good yesterday, man. Number 22, he looked good yesterday.
Yeah, I did like Tiger. And I want to know, man. I mean, This is my last question about DeSoto. Because I want to touch Duncanville, and we got to get to Carter. Y'all want to skip Duncanville, get to Carter? We can get
Nah,
to Carter.
Duncanville first.
I want to get to
We
Carter.
say the best for last.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just
I leave on that game, man. I'm just messing with you.
Hey, before we get to Duncanville, you got to beat Houston team first, like Carter do, to get recognition. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna say this about DeSoto, and then we're gonna go to Carter Kimball. But I just think DeSoto, I thought they got what they needed. They need to get humble a little bit, and we'll see. I mean, I call it the elbow. We got the elbow. This coming this Saturday. We got two teams coming off embarrassing losses because it was embarrassing for their own reason. You know what I'm saying? Sock got humiliated. I don't care what nobody say. They got humiliated right there Friday night. That was embarrassing. You don't score 3 points ever in life. You don't score just 3 points, and have such ineptness on offense. Hey, it is what it is. DeSoto got embarrassed. They talked their noise. They showed they behind, and then they got spanked. I mean, for crying out loud, St. Francis said, let's rename DeSoto Baltimore, Texas. That's enough right there. The fact that they petitioned to name your city Baltimore, Texas, that's bad. That's bad.
Hey, Jeremy. So it's pronounced Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. That's how I say it. It's Baltimore. All right. So
why?
Baltimore, Texas. I ain't gonna hear the end of this. So go ahead.
Let's go to Duncanville. Big Will, you was at the game with me. What was your thoughts about Duncanville and Orlando Jones?
So I don't know what it is about Fort Worth. I don't know what it is about South Six, where people want to come off on 20 and start disrespecting. Jones did the same thing in Duncanville. Thought it was cake. Thought it was gonna be easy. Thought to take it pump Duncanville. And Duncanville for a half played with him, but Duncanville turned into Duncanville second half, and Jones' depth couldn't add up. Now, here's what I would say: Jones has some really good players, and they got some players on their team.
Hold on, real quick, Will. Hold on, real quick. Brian Reiser, when Will get through, you next. I'm just letting you know, cause I'm finna step out.
Okay.
Go ahead, Will.
All right. So, the one thing I can honestly sit there and tell you is that Duncanville has found a new quarterback, though. They got a quarterback that can run the ball, throw the ball. The sophomore, he's putting Duncanville and leaving Duncanville in capable hands. I'm really excited about the way they look. They got the run game offense going. The defense, they played exceptionally well. And like I said, Jones was able to put up some points, but at the end of the day, Duncanville was just too much. Duncanville got better from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah, you know what, Coach? We agree 100% on this. Like I said, Duncanville, man, they are in good hands with their quarterback. He's a sophomore, and he's only going to get better week by week. And as far as the defense, you're not for run on Duncanville. I don't care who you are. You're not for running that defense. And overall, man, I was highly impressed with Duncanville. They beat a good team. And Jones, like I said, Jones was good. Like I said, they let a little bit of that, but they had some ballers over there. So we can't, they had some ballers. And I know the Duncanville O-line is not as big as they are in the past, but they are more athletic, in my opinion. So they move a lot better. They're not as big, but they move damn good. So that's just for me.
They do a lot of zones and a lot of position blockers. So if you kind of look at their offensive line, you kind of equate it to Denver Broncos' old offensive line when they had Red Davis. Remember, they was a lot of small guys, but they were quick and they could move. And with this running back, you're talking about with track stars and running backs with good vision, they just only need creep. They just only put their land on. So a lot of times you don't necessarily have to knock somebody off the ball as much as it is to position yourself to open up the run lane. And that's one thing that Stock does. I mean, not Stock. That's one thing that Duncanville does is they'll come off the ball. They won't necessarily knock you off the ball, but they would position block you, so to speak, and open up those running. So that was one thing that they did very well. So to your point, is exactly that.
All right. What you got? What you got, Rob?
Hey man, first and foremost, I gotta give a shout out to Keelan Russell, man. Sophomore, stepped on a big stage like that. I mean, hats off to Jameer Willis. I mean, Jameer Willis is an outstanding athlete, outstanding player. I think he's gonna have a hell of a Duncanville career when he come back next year. But Keelan, man, he went into that game with no fear, no pressure, and he went out there and did his thing. Um, Duncanville defense is Duncanville defense. Like me, you were saying, since listening to the roster watching the game, we was like, man, they not gonna run on this defense. And remember, we was in the crowd, and the Florida people had said, "Wow," when they had scored on Duncanville, and they were like, "Oh, that's how y'all play here in Texas? Oh, this gonna be a blowout. They weak down here." And then minutes later, they was like, they got quiet. They realized, hey, the Duncanville team ain't nobody to play with.
No,
So it was funny because remember they said that they was talking
they
all kind of
did.
noise in the beginning. They were like, "Oh, that's how you play in Texas? Texas for about a week." And before they know it, they was down 44 to something. So I'm just saying they had that little 7-3 lead. They were bragging. But Duncanville, man, hats off. Coach Sample, Reginald Samples have a hell of a program over there. I think Keelan. I know. Me and J Mac have said to ourselves, we say, you know what? It'll be a blessing in disguise, and it'll also be funny if it all come full circle when North Shore won the championship last year with a freshman. Um, and if Duncanville can get there again this year and win it with a sophomore, I think of all the hurt and pain that they endurance over the years, I think it'll be very bittersweet to see a sophomore quarterback who nobody was talking about in the beginning come lead them all the way to the promised land and bring home that first championship since '98. And I think that'll be a bittersweet end to those 3 or 4 years of agony that they have. So I believe in Mr. Russell. And hey, when you got Moore out there and Turner out there and the other big freshmen out there, the future is bright, man, out there.
Yeah,
And this ain't just this year. Like I said, Mr. Russell's a sophomore. Mr. Moore's a sophomore. The other dude a freshman. Turner will be gone next year, but I'm pretty sure someone will come in and fill that gap. So hey man.
And the running back, he's a junior.
And yeah, and KD, he's a junior. So I mean CD, so he's a junior. So it's like that team gonna be special, man. And the Saturday, Duncanville Nation, I gotta give my hats out to you. Y'all came to Fort Worth, y'all put on a classic, y'all put on a show, and I salute y'all for putting Texas football on the map because Allen and DeSoto let us down in back-to-back weeks.
Yes,
Badly.
sir.
Badly.
Pat, what you got on it? Did you see any of the Duncanville game, and what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I saw a bad copy. I saw a bad copy of it online. Somebody was streaming it from their TV at the crib, and look, all the letters was backwards, the score was backwards. Like, what the hell am I watching? So I think it was Lady Jade or whatever. She said she was Lady Jade or something. It sounded like Lady Jade, but bro, it was just a horrible broadcast, a rebroadcast of the game. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? But anyway, D-Bill, they do what they do. And I think Witt put out D-Bill final quarterback. I think that was you that put that out. I think they did. I mean, this is one of those unexpected things that happens in life sometimes, and you get Wally pipped. So, the one that they thought was going to be the starter and the one that was going to be this all-star, all of a sudden gets Wally pipped, and now this person steps in and he comes in and wins the championship and becomes the greatest of all time. So I think we may be looking at that story starting to develop now to lead to the first title for Coach Reginald D. Samples.
Yes, sir. B-Rod, did you give your opinion on the game?
Oh, yeah, we all gave our opinion.
Okay, so let me go and get mine. I thought Duncanville did good, man. And I tell you what, I hear a lot of conversations about who's the best running back. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If Caden Durham not in the conversation, then you having a whack conversation. I'm just gonna be honest. Dude had 10 carries for like 140 something yards. Let me say that again. 10 carries. 10 for 140 plus yards. So
14.7 yards. Whoa.
yeah. Dude done had like what? He done had at least 60-yard runs in both games already. So it's time for us to be honest. I understand we all got sentimental favorites, you know, but I'm just telling you right now, if we talking about who the best running back is, and I know there's a lot of conversation about that district 11-6A, but I'm sorry, to me it starts and ends with Caden Durham. Cause I ain't seen nobody else. I ain't seen nobody else breaking them off like that.
Nah, you
I
ain't
ain't
finna
seen
catch him.
nobody else breaking them off like that.
Because if we get ahead of you, you ain't finna catch him. You might as well start running. You just wasting the energy.
Be right. If you even, be right. If you even, he leaving.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You can't be even with that cat. If it's even, he leaving.
I will be getting this autographed by Reginald Samples at the state championship game. Need him to autograph my roster from when I played. So I think he's gonna get it. They got the pieces.
I'm telling you, man. I'm just saying. No, I don't want to see no conversation about who great running backs if I don't see Caden Durham in there.
No doubt.
They let me know you don't know nothing about football.
No doubt.
On to the next one, man. We got the Oak Cliff Super Bowl.
Oak Cliff?
Oak Cliff Super Bowl. Here we go.
Super Bowl, okay.
Matter of fact, I want to play a couple things about the Oak Cliff Super Bowl. I want y'all to check out. Tell me what y'all think. I don't think
In
I got
3, 2, 1.
I got my man. Check it out. Oh, Swaggy Wit up in the house.
That's the dub pick of the week right there.
That's it right there. I got my guy Swaggy Wit in the house.
Yo, that's the Swaggy Wit.
And there it is right there. There it is. So with that being stated, Big Will, you was at the game, man. Tell me what you thought about the Oak Cliff Super Bowl.
Oh man. So I'm glad Carter won. So what did I see? I saw Kimball, I saw Carter, and I saw. It's weird because I don't know what I saw. I'm gonna say this about Carter, and this is the last time I want to have a conversation about Carter until we face the line. Really, yeah. Until they face the line, we'll talk about it. I want to see Carter go past the first round. I want to see them being a team that's second, third, fourth, fifth, with the state title run. Like I'm tired of watching a team that loses in the first round and go 8-2, 9-2, but can't get out the first round. So I don't reserve. I'm gonna reserve my comment for that time because to me they did what they were supposed to do to Kimball. Kimball can't stop the run. You know what I mean? And the thing that kind of upsets me is when you look at Carter, they didn't really start running the ball to the second half, and I don't understand why this number 24 guy, who's the offensive player of the game, don't get more touches. He is one of the better running backs I've seen. I mean, about as smooth as they come. He finds a hole when there ain't no hole. Every time he do, he falls forward. Carter had 4th and 1. Boy got them all to the goal line. They just trying to do a rollout. They don't get a touchdown. It's 4th and 1 again. Get boy the ball, they try to drop back passes. They scored 14 points on offense. Now, the one thing that I really like about Carter is they're an opportunistic team. They scored on special teams, and they called a pick six. Okay, so that 14-point difference wins the game for them. For me, Kimball looked better on offense, but did they look better on offense because they were playing down? You know what I mean? They still are not a prolific pass team. But when they did decide to line up and go right at Carter, and for a series or two, they imposed their will on Carter, went down and scored. I think the biggest problem that I'm having when I'm watching a lot of this football, particularly the Carter Killer game, as well as the stock game, is sometimes you have to be comfortable running the football over and over and over. You have to be comfortable with that. You can't get cute to decide on 3rd and 2. I'm going to throw a pass. Dude, it's 3rd and 2. Or you get the ball 1st and 2nd, and you run it on 3rd. It's 3rd and 7. Like to me, we have to clean those things up. I thought it was overall was an exciting game. It went down to the end. I think penalties, right? So if both Carter and Kimball are disciplined from the standpoint that they commit a lot of free snap penalties, a lot of false starts, a lot of things that don't occur within the play of the game. So once they clean that up, I think Carter has the opportunity to be extremely competitive with the lineup. I'm really looking forward to that game. But again, I'm gonna reserve my comments for the playoffs because that's my expectation for Kimball. Kimball is gonna they're gonna struggle this year, and they're gonna grow, and they're gonna get better. Because Bam is gonna do a great job getting them right. His 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 pass is a little different than Carter's pass, right? His pass is getting Kimball back to where they can sustain and getting games to start winning and being competitive. Carter has to start taking the next step, and that's what I see out of it.
What you think, B. Rod? So I go to Rod because I know Rod got a lot to say about it. You got anything on this Carter Kimball, Oak Cliff Super Bowl?
Say, J Mac, I hate to say it, man. I didn't watch the game. I did pick Carter win, man. So hey, I don't got no dog in the fight, man. It's go to Rod, man.
Well, let me give my opinion then. Nah, man, I didn't know. I didn't go to the game, but I did keep track of it. I did keep track.
Right. I didn't.
And I'm proud of Coach Spencer and those guys. They're gonna be on the show Wednesday. We're gonna have those guys. The player of the games from that game will be on the show Wednesday. So shout out to Carter. Like I say, I think everybody better take their lick on Kimball now, man. If you want to get in on the fun, go on and get your lick in. Get your lick in on Kimball now, because I think them boys gonna be coming starting next year. So all right, Rod. Give us the Swaggy Wit report.
First of all, I want to give a special shout out to Coach Bam Harrison and the Kimball Knights, man. He got some dogs over there. That receiver, Jordan, y'all weren't there yesterday. I'm pretty sure Will saw him. Jordan is going to be a special player at Kimball High School for years to come. The quarterback, hey, that kid he is dynamic, and he's going to do special things. I don't rule Kimball out this year, like a lot of people are saying. Get your licks on them now. It's a process, man. This is his first year taking over a program like that. He's going to really elevate that program, and I think Kimball is a sleeper team. One of those teams can get in the playoffs, depending on who they draw in the first round and what seed they finish in the district. They can surprise a first round opponent. To me, I think Kimball can actually go a 2-round in the playoffs. But as far as yesterday go, man, hey, it was a dogfight, man. Carter came out, scored. Kimball came out, got 3. Carter lost momentum off of Kimball scored again, and it just went from there. I think the turning point for Carter offense was, I do believe Carter offense was rolling pretty good. And no disrespect, no shade to Kimball, and I really mean this, Kimball Nation. I honestly think it was going to be a blowout. But when Carter starting quarterback, Quay Robinson went down, it changed the dynamic of the whole game. And I'm just going to keep it on. It's been real, because when Quay was in there, it was flowing the way it was to flow. And from there, they offenses they just turned one-dimensional. They went from the pass to, okay, we got to run. And speaking of run, I'm going to special shout out to Caden Landry. on 162 yards of rushing off of 28 carries to pretty much carry Carter to that win. And I'll shout out also to Carter defense and my defensive player of the game, Jason Wilson Evans, on a pick six return that put the Cowboys up 21-10. But just like I said, they went up 21-10, and just like that, Jordan ran back a kickoff return on the next possession, and just like that, with 21-17. And then for Carter made another mistake, and boom, Kimball right back up, 23-21, just that quick. And if anyone who was there saw the game, to like me and Will did, Carter actually could have just won the game like at the 3-minute mark, but it got too cute, like Max Step would say. It got too cute and tried to do something else, and it ended up causing them to turn the ball over. And Campbell actually was going down the field for the game winner, but on 4th and 13, but Carter defense came up big and stopped him just 1 yard short. So I say that to say this. The Oakland Super Bowl really lived up to what it was, cracked out to be. No, I don't think no one expected a Kelvin Carter blowout, because I know I didn't.
Don't do that. Don't say that.
Don't say what?
Don't say that what it should. Like, there's levels to the part of Kimball game, right? You know what I'm saying? To me, was it a good game? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Did it help bring the some energy back to the city and to the rivalry? Yeah. How much of that had to do with Bam? Probably a lot. But that game has to start being competitive again from the standpoint that Carter is winning that game. How many years out of in a row? Like how many out of the last 10? Like a lot, right?
But I say that to say this. In the last 5 meetings, the game's been decided by 7 points or less, right, between both teams.
But when was that? When was the last time that game was back like that? When was the last time?
You're right, and that's another thing I'm gonna touch on. I'm gonna touch on that also. And some idiot in the group earlier made a comment, said that the Oakland Super Bowl has lost its edge and soccer is the Oak Cliff something. I hope you watch it, because I want you to know personally myself, the Oakland Super Bowl would never be replaced by anyone or anybody. So you can yell all day long, sock this, sock that, sock the king of Oak Cliff. We understand that, but the Oakland Super Bowl would never be replaced. Kemba and Carter are going to always be the head of the table when they come to Oakland Super Bowl. So you can miss me with that one. But both teams this year is going to be, Carter to me going to be a team you got to watch every week to see what they going to give you. Like I said, Kimball is a growing man. Kimball is like J-Mac said a while ago. If you don't beat them now, you're not beating them next year in the years to come. So to end this, shout out to Spencer Gilbert. Shout out to the coaching staff. Shout out to Oakland Super Bowl you put on for the city of Oak Cliff yesterday, and I gladly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. That's it. Hey, man.
That's it.
I do want to give Coach Bam a shout out, because I think the reason why that crowd was as big as it is because he really brought in a breath of fresh air with Kimball. Like he's really rallied that fan base and those alumni. And so shout out to Coach Bam, man. I really appreciate that.
Right.
For what he's doing for that Oak Cliff Super Bowl and him bringing Kimball together. I wish we can get a Carter coach to be able to bring everybody together. For some reason or another, I think sometimes I just wonder. Carter just like disagreeing with each other sometimes. I don't know why they can't rally behind one coach. You know what I'm saying? And just do what needs to be done. But They got a lot of. I think the fact that Kimball was rallying together, I think that helped Carter rally together. That makes sense. I think they saw Kimball coming together, and they were like, "Hold on, no, we still Carter," as they say, we still Carter. And I think they showed up, and I'm glad it was a big turnout for that game, and they could keep that going. I forgot. Do anybody know who won the South Dallas Super Bowl?
Lincoln, 50 to
Yeah,
20.
Lincoln. What's
Shout
going?
out to Lincoln,
50
man.
to 20, Lincoln.
Lincoln got busy, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Lincoln, man. I was just wondering about that. I forgot to look it up, but shout out to Lincoln.
Hey, while we on that subject real quick, look out for that game in 2 weeks, man. Lincoln and Carter. That's gonna be a damn good game.
Hey, so real quick, Rodney. What I was gonna say is with Carter, man. Carter is like Miami, Notre Dame, Michigan. When you have a program that has that level of tradition, they're going to return. I just think for us and for Carter people, Carter alum, Carter players, our expectations are high, and they're going to always remain higher. So the fact that our level was what you doing Thanksgiving. If you weren't going to go practice Thanksgiving Day, what was you doing? And then you 3-4 rounds deep in the playoffs, and it's getting real. That's to me, that's a winning program. What you do during regular season don't mean nothing if you get blew out in the first round. So for me, when we talk about Carter, we Texas high school football needs Dallas Carter to be Dallas Carter. That's what we need to have happen.
I agree.
Hey, J-Mac, before you say something, I say one more thing real quick about Carter. This is not about football, but Carter Nation, if you're out there listening, we really want y'all to show support and attend a big basketball game Saturday between the number 1 4A school, Carter, versus the number 2 6A school, Lake Highlands. You're going to have the top player in the nation, Trey Johnson from Lake Highlands, versus one of the top players in the state, and Chance Perrier. So come out, Duncanville Fieldhouse, 11:45.
When is this?
On them games already?
Saturday. Duncanville, Carter, Lake Highlands, number 1 in 4A versus number 2 in 6A.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, we're gonna have to get there to that Carter Lincoln game. We need to check out Lincoln, man. Even though I know they had a horrible ending last week, the last second pass. I still think they got some talent over there. We need to get over there.
Yeah, we gotta check them out
and check them out.
So we're going to North Carolina this week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Before I get out here, let me give a couple shout out. Shout out to Coach Jackson at Seagoville, man. 2-0. We doing this thing, man. They doing it big. Shout out to Coach Harris at Mesquite. They won a big rival with North Mesquite, man.
Right.
Shout out to him, man. We was at the North Crowley. I didn't get a chance to catch up with Coach Gates. And I tell you what, I'd never be on the sidelines at Globe Life again. That's just, I swear, man, that was horrible. That was horrible.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. Man, it's like going into Neiman Markets when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had that many eyes on me, man. For real, that was crazy.
Not Neiman Marcus though.
No.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
shout out to Coach Gates, man, for getting that victory.
Hey, J-Man, where we gonna be at this weekend, man?
Well, no, we're going to Lovejoy.
We got Thursday. We got Lovejoy. We got Lovejoy, North Carolina. I'm looking forward to that. Check out the little homie playing quarterback. I think he's gonna get some action at corner this week.
And open up a new stadium.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see that defense. Like I say, I still think North Carolina got one of probably the best. Them and Waxahachie, Duncanville. I'm gonna leave Sock out, man. After Sock got embarrassed, I can't put their defense up on nobody. But,
hey, look, our defense, man. You listen. I'm just gonna say this. Number 1 is ranked. They just want to say they've only given up 3.
I agree.
You said number 1 who?
I agree. They only get 2 points for 2 weeks. Okay. Duncanville 2. Duncanville still playing good football, right? Our third one, North Crowley. North Crowley.
Yeah.
Okay. My fourth is Skyline. Believe it or not.
Got to give it up.
Got to give it up. Like they losing games 10-9. Like they have no offense. But they doing their thing. And then I'm gonna still leave Sock in my top 5 because Sock's problem is they need help. Sock play less plays on defense, they'll be more effective. They need to drive together on offense.
Right.
Yeah. And shout out to Coach Ward. Coach Ward, you still the defensive coordinator for the Dub.
What's your top 5 defenses, Brian?
Oh, who my 5 top defenses? Number 1, I'm going Duncanville. Number 2, Lancaster. Number 3, North Crowley. And number 4, I just know what this on GP. I'm gonna say Sock still number 4.
Who you got, Rod?
Number 1, I'm about to go with the Lancaster Tigers, like Will said. 3 points in 2 weeks, impressive. Number 2, Duncanville, still just stout, and North Crowley at 3. Believe it or not, Seagoville gonna have to be 4 for me. They ain't gave up that many in 2 weeks, and of course number 5, love it or hate it, it's still Sock.
Oh yeah,
well I'm gonna go.
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
I can't leave Hatch out.
My bad.
I gotta go number one. Number 1, I gotta go Duncanville. I just feel like Duncanville they got the dogs, and they wouldn't have gave up the points they gave up against Sock if it wasn't just for horrible field position. And actually, that's the only time they ever give up points is when the offense give them the other team horrible field position. They just turn over something like that. And then number 2, I'm gonna say Skyline because ain't nobody playing with a more inept offense than Skyline. Like, I mean, Skyline defense probably you talking about Sock being on the field too long. Imagine how long Skyline being on the field. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to my man Coach Coleman, man. That dude is doing his thing over there. If they get that offense figured out, I'm telling you, it's gonna be nice because he got a good defense. Number 3 is Waxahachie. Waxahachie is the real deal to me. And we said they gave up 3 points, but I don't think Waxahachie gave up a 2.
There you go. How about them?
Waxahachie gave up 2 points. So
9.
Did they give up 7? Because they only gave up 2 innings. I thought they shut out.
They ain't shut them out. 50-7.
57. Okay, so they gave up 9 points. That probably was a garbage touchdown too. But hey, so I got to give Waxahachie 3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean 4. And I know y'all. I mean, a lot of people pick Sock, but I don't know. I can't.
But you know what? I made that mistake. I put Waxahachie number 4. My bad. And Sock is 5.
Hey, J-Mac, I'm gonna make you laugh right quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Everman man said, "What about Everman?" I said, "No, dude, y'all gave up 61 points."
Yeah, they gave up. Yeah.
When we talk about offense, we gonna talk about Everman, dog. We can't. Everman and defense don't even sound right now. You know what I'm saying?
They can score though. They can score.
Y'all lost 61. Oh, the basketball score, man.
Yeah, dog.
I heard this.
Yeah, Everman and defense don't even go together right now.
It don't. It
don't even go together. But we go. Hey, y'all can score though. We got you in the top offense. Ain't no doubt about it.
Y'all know who we left out?
Yeah, they can score some points.
Y'all know who we left out? We left out Arlington Martin.
But that's why I put 5th.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I could have put Arlington Martin or Arlington High School. I'm telling you, Arlington High School got a good defense, man. They got a good. They held a really explosive offense in check. You say what?
We got a mad Sock fan to come. He said, "If you jump off Sock bandwagon, don't jump back on in December."
Who said that? Ellis. My man Ellis. Home. I don't jump on or I don't jump off. What I do is just tell it like I see it. That's all I can do. All I can do is call it like I see it.
Well,
And you're not gonna be in my top offense when you on damn near gave up 300 bucks in passing yards. Yeah, I'm sorry, you just can't be there.
I still got Sock going to state.
I still got to win in state, repeating. I think they need to fix their O line.
Will, man, listen, I'm rolling with Todd, right? I love Coach Todd. I love what he's done, what he's continuing to do, and to me, this is going to be one of his greatest coaching jobs because he has to fix a problem, and I believe that he's going to come out this week with the problem solved. I believe in him, and I believe in Todd. So.
I tell you what, I hate to be at sock practice this week if I'm a player because I know there's going to be some hard practicing going on.
Hey, I said what I said earlier. I get my words. It's a pro game preview. The movie ain't started yet.
Say J Mac.
The credits gonna roll. When the credits roll, they'll be champs.
Let me ask you this, Coach and J Mac. Y'all think it's time we start talking about Langston, man, as a state contender this year?
I do.
Or y'all need another 1 or 2 game?
No, I'm ready. I mean, 9-23 is gonna tell us a lot. Don't get me wrong. That's the long game.
I think J Mac next week will. Then Geyer.
Well, you know what? It's hard, man, because they going to then Geyer.
What you think, Coach? Are they in that discussion yet? You know, for a state contender this year?
I think with Lancaster, what they have showed you is once they find a offense and they found their player in Sierra, right? So once they find an offense that can consistently put up points, like they have a defense to win a championship. They play solid special teams, you know, and I think once they're able to put up more points to their offense, why not?
Yeah.
They're going to be, we're going to be watching Lancaster this week. If they go in, you know what? Didn't guy about 40.
What you think, Rob?
What was the question? I forgot.
You think Langston make a state? You think they can make a state playoff run, a championship run this year?
I do, man. I really do. You know, I Lancaster battle sock the other day. Whatever. I honestly got Lancaster not only a playoff run. I like to actually compete with Longview for that championship, man. And
that's gonna be the game right there.
Got win or lose to Denton Geyer, that game still just got a real spotlight game. And J Mac, we might have to go on gas the car, man, and go down 30, man, for that one.
We might have to. I tell you what, if they beat Denton Geyer, I'm you know, I don't know if we welcome on the bus or not, but we gonna fight that we gonna buzz on that.
What you think about that, Will?
Well, what I'm saying is we gave them we talked so bad about them last week and they came out and played inspired football. I say let's just keep talking bad about them and keep fueling their fire. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just keep giving them motivation. Let's just keep giving them motivation, man. Hey, they took it. Hey, they took it personal when we picked against them against Sox. So, why stop it? Why stop it? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep giving them. Let's keep giving them motivation. Matter of fact, I'm like you, Will. Guy about 40.
Your boy Marcus said, Lancaster ain't been challenged yet on defense.
Oh,
well, I mean that's a good point. But what you're saying is, okay, so who got a better? I mean, I can't argue with that point. Hey, that's a good point. Lancaster have dominated, but they dominated two struggling offenses. They didn't just like, you know, handle. I mean, they dominated two struggling off. Skyline couldn't get nothing going, and Lancaster, and Sock couldn't get nothing going. So yeah. But I tell you what, if they could do the same thing to Dengar, man, I'm showing up next week with all lengths together. I might just put a tiger head on. I'm gonna go get the whole mascot ass outfit.
Hey, I'm gonna hold you.
Hey, I said it last week. I mean, after the game Friday, and I'm gonna say it to y'all here. I believe Lancaster is gonna defeat Dan Geyer. I don't think Dan Geyer actually played a defense yet. You ask me.
Oh, snap! But if Lakers shut God down, they for real.
Listen, all I'm saying is I haven't seen Den Guy. I saw Lancaster. Lancaster is fast. They have really good corners and they got a nice secondary. Defensively, guys up front, man, the boys played hard. And they compete. And at the end of the day, they ain't giving up big plays.
No.
Like they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many they've had, but I mean they didn't give up a lot against Top, and they still didn't give up a lot against Carolina. But to his point, he's exactly right. They haven't played an offense that put up points. With that being said, despite whatever it is that's going on in that game, Lancaster finds a way to win, and that's going to serve them very, very, very well.
And they still haven't let loose them running backs yet. So
I just don't think they got nothing. Now at the end of the game, they got a little loose against South. One did. But yeah, if they live up to their billing, then I don't see why not with their defense. But right now, offensively, those running backs, Thierry is the guy that they got to get the ball in the hand. And if he's a great youth boy or he's a great weapon. So I'm excited.
Hey, somebody in the comments said Dengar ain't what is it? Dengar been struggling though. Everybody saying Dengar struggle?
How they been struggling? They just monkey stomp Cedar Hill, and let's be honest. At some point, we gonna have to bring Alito and put them on the grill.
He might be talking about Den Broncos.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know. He might be talking about a Saginaw team or something. But Dengar been just monkey stomping everybody.
Yeah,
Dengar been just killing folks. So
yeah,
I don't know where you been, homie.
Hey, he on the wrong scout report.
Yeah. Hey, man. I don't know where you been, man. I don't know who you talking about, but Dengar got a team over there. So.
You scouted the wrong Denton. You might be scouting Den Braswell or somebody.
Oh, hold on, man. We got a late Eagle fan coming here.
I see it.
I got something for that Eagle fan. Hold on, Eagle fan. Eagle fan. Fly high, Eagle. Fly high. Here you go. There you go.
Nah.
Fly high, Eagle. Fly high, Eagle. I want to fly high, Eagle. Fly high.
Oh, damn.
Them got doggone Eagle. You know what y'all? I'm gonna start y'all new nickname. Y'all gonna be called roadkill. Y'all some roadkill right now. Fly high, Eagle.
And Jesse will be the one to make that meme. It will be Jesse to make that.
Yeah. And Jesse out here getting G-checked by the old lady.
Oh, that was Jesse.
Hey, what are we?
That's my boy, man.
What you tell
Yes, the old lady came in there. They ain't talking to you. What you want?
That was the moment of the night, boy.
That was the moment of the night, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't laughed that hard in so long.
Jesse, my boy, man. Jesse, good people, man. Damn, that was funny.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, so I tell you what, man, I want y'all to give me y'all closing remarks, man. And I'm just messing with you, Hudson. Byron Hudson, I don't want no smoke, man, because, you young DeSoto guys, y'all kind of,
what do you say?
Y'all make me wonder about y'all.
What do you say?
Keep that same energy.
I see it.
Let's just be honest, though. Hey, Byron, let's be honest, man. I mean, y'all both coming off some embarrassing losses, brother. So yeah, y'all both coming off embarrassing losses. I call it the elbow. It's the elbow. You know, y'all in the losers bracket this week.
Not the losers
So
bracket.
I guess whoever wins, you know, hopefully y'all can get some confidence back. You know, but you're in the elbow. You know, I can't let you out that elbow just yet.
Yeah, I think Sock gonna play better, man.
Hey, Brian, give me your closing thoughts, man. What you think about the weekend, and give me your closing thoughts.
My closing thoughts, man. Well, you know, I did a lot better, man. I went 8-3 in my picks, you know. So that was good. That was a good week for me. But for the most part, man, you know, I'm in the same boat as Coach, you, the child, man. I gotta give nice day props. You know, they're the real deal. DeSoto, you know, they're gonna be okay. They got beat by, you know, a top powerhouse, but you know, they're gonna be all right still. And you know, good win for Carter, you know. But you know, I'm looking forward to this week. I'm looking forward to this Sock and what's that Baltimore Eagles game. You know, we got to take DeSoto's Baltimore game. I'm looking for that Sock and Baltimore game. Gonna be pretty good this week.
I know it, man. I live in Baltimore, Texas.
Yeah, you live in Baltimore, Texas. Yeah, I used to live in Baltimore, Texas. So you know, it was a good week, man. I enjoyed the weekend, my fellas, man, like always. And that's about it, man. You know, I gotta be getting ready to go skate a little bit. So go ahead and wrap it up,
Go hit that ring, man. Tell me, Rod, what you got?
I'm like Brian, 8-3, man. I lost Sock. I lost DeSoto. I don't know why the hell I did that. And I lost what else I lose? I don't know, I lost something else. But this weekend was fun, man. It was fun being with y'all boys on the sideline, man, at the games all weekend. Well, ever since Thursday. I think Thursday night was very fun, man, being with you and Will and for the Mesquite Horn game. That was lovely. It was fun. Look forward to this week. Looking for the Crowley opening at a new stadium. And we get a chance to be there, you know what I'm saying, and see that atmosphere. So I look forward to that. And that's about it.
Big Will, closing words,
Big
shout
Will.
out, whatever you got.
What you got, Coach?
So, great quote. Is the speed of the boss is the speed of the team. So if you want to be the boss, you have to set the pace. And this week, this game is going to be about setting the pace. To me, I think DeSoto's issues are far deeper than football. And I think that's something they have to clean up internally. I think top issues can be fixed. Effort and physicality are things that you can fix. Discipline with Soto are things that you can fix. I am extremely excited about Carter. I see that Coach Bam got better from week 1 to week 2. I also like where Lancaster is going, and I also like Mesquite Horn. He's at the top of their division. So I think at the end of the day, man, still a lot of good football. But week 3 is upon us. And week 3, you're gonna find out who is who and what is what. To me, again, Soto got to figure it out. And this game with the Soto and Sock, that's really going to be a game of part desire and won't be. And
Yeah.
I think that's going to be something that is going to be tested. It's something that has to come through on both sides of the ball. What have we learned? And I think that game is going to serve both of those teams very well. And I believe going into this week that North Crowley can really set themselves up to be the hunt, so to speak. with that game against Leicester. I'm looking forward to that. And Duckerville is Duckerville. If you get better, they're solid, they're well coached, they're focused, they found their quarterback, and I'm excited about that. So I think that football is getting better. We should take that as a team and as a community and continue to grow.
Yeah, I agree. My closing shot, man. My closing opinions is gonna be this, man. I enjoyed this weekend with my brothers as usual. Shout out to y'all, man. I tell you what though, man. It ain't nobody I'd rather do this with than the homies. I swear. I have fun, man. Shout out to Mesquite Horn. It was good seeing Coach Allen, Coach Rowe. Them my guys, man. Friday night, we didn't get a chance to interview Coach Gates, but it was good to get out there to North Crowley. You know, I feel like I'm part of that community. You know what I'm saying? Because we done been out there so much and talking to them so much, man. I feel like I'm on that train with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, shout out to North Crowley, man. They got a good fan base, man. Good community, man.
Yeah, man. We was sitting up in the stand. We left the sideline, went up and sat in the stands, and hell, we sitting there talking to the fans like we grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? So
right, yeah, they some good people, man. They cool, man.
Very good people over there, man. So shout out to North Crowley, man. I had a good time, and I can't wait to Thursday. That's a big game. I'm gonna love being there. We will be in the house, so that's what I'm looking forward to. I was impressed by them. Like I say, shout out to Jack. Keep winning, Jack. You 2-0, baby. Keep winning.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, I'm with you, man. I'm gonna make my way back out to Seagoville, and shout out to Coach Spencer at Carter. You know, I'm glad you got the trophy. You got something you can say you did. You know what I'm saying? So that's a wonderful thing, man. And DeSoto, keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. Keep grinding. Sock, I believe in you, Sock. I already know you're gonna do your thing in district, and I know you're gonna do your thing in the playoffs. So just keep grinding, man. Fix what you gotta fix, and keep grinding. DeSoto gonna do the same thing. Fix what you gotta fix. Keep grinding. Duncanville, I'm telling y'all, you better watch out. Because they only getting better. They ain't getting worse. They getting better. So don't take them lightly. And that with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. We out, baby.
You are looking live at
The Dub in 3, 2. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 get ready, 4 to let go. Talking that talk, it's all that we don't. It's football time, we ready to roll. We bringing the coaches close to the fans, answering questions not from the stands. D1 players with offers in hand, from DF Dubs, the best of the land. Hey, 6 be coming to play like 8, 5 be coming to play like 8, 4 and 3 be coming like 8. Private schools be making that 8, cool in the game, Bad and Brian doing our thing. Weird and Jeremy ready to swing. Oh, I forgot it's a card to thing. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub.
Welcome to the Dub, #1 high school podcast starring Pat